Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There's a reason there was 1 second on this bill tonight, and that's because it's a terrible bill. Our constituents hate red light cameras, and this is red light cameras on steroids. And I'll explain why.
Excuse me, Representative, can you just tone it down slightly and not be so insulting? Just stick to the merits and we'll all get through this day. Thank you.
I don't mean to be insulting, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
It's just an offensive bill.
That's offensive right there. Someone put it in. So just stick to the merits and stay away from inflammatory language.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will.
It's much appreciated. Thank you, Representative Filippi. Proceed.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. So why I disagree with this bill strongly, objectively disagree strongly, is that it's automated policing of a large area. It's a quarter mile around any type of school. If you look at an urban area like Providence, that's practically the whole city. The whole city now, or a substantial portion of it, is going to be policed through cameras and automated policing. It doesn't really affect the rural communities as much because, our schools are more spread out. But in the urban communities, I think this would disproportionately affect minority communities by having urban areas under this automated policing. It can be installed by a state or a municipality. And what really gets me here is that there are no time limitations. This can be in effect during the summer when kids aren't in school. It could be in effect at 3 a.m. when kids are out of school. So I think that's really problematic. One thing, and I really dislike red light cameras, but one thing the red light cameras do correctly is they require a sign before the intersection stating there's a red light camera up ahead. Here, there is no requirement of a sign. So that's a big problem too. So I just see this as a revenue source that we're using protection of children as a reason to institute that revenue source. And for a couple of these reasons, I have an amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed.
Thank you. I move Amendment LC 004342/2.
Representative Filippi moves Amendment LC 004342/2. That is seconded by Representative Costa, Representative Giarrusso, Representative Morgan, Leader Newberry, Representative Roberts, Representative Natalillo, Representative Chippendale, Representative Price, Representative Lancia, and Representative Macbeth. Proceed, Representative.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This amendment is actually, it's quite simple. It simply says that these camera systems can only be utilized and operated 30 minutes before school starting and 30 minutes after the closing of school on days when school is in session. So it would exclude these cameras being used at night. It would exclude them being used, let's say, in the summer when kids aren't in school. And I think it would substantiate the purported intent of this act, which is to protect children. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader D.